witness. This kid is gifted like Christmas wish list, which is why I got these rich kids bankrolling my business, and I stay lit.
How's it going, audience? Texas, we're here with my boy, the one and only, the man from Houston, Fat Tony. Doing an interview. Hey, how's it going?
Austin, I love you. What's good?
So we're just gonna start off really easy. What would you say to anyone? What would you describe your sound as to anyone who's new to your shit?
It's kind of a mix of things. I kind of feel like the music that I do is a little different from most hip hop, as far as the way the beats are, and maybe the way I rhyme. But it's really just coming from like a classic rap standard, you know, just a young man coming up in his struggle, talking about growing up. So it's a lot of songs about relationships, songs about my family, songs about situations I've seen, me telling stories that I've heard from other people. But, you know, I'm also Nigerian, and my producer, Tom Cruise, is Jamaican, so it might have a little bit of a non-American black influence. But to be honest, a lot of the ways like to describe sound I have a hard time with, because it's not that easy to just put it in a box. Like, it's not just party music or conscious rap or gangster rap. It's kind of just a mix of everything that I grew up loving, to me trying to express myself in the only way I know how.
Cool. That's tight. Okay, so that leads me to the next question. Okay, what did you listen to growing up? What are your big musical influences?
I like a lot of rap, a lot of Houston rap, a lot of West Coast rap like E40. I like a lot of punk music like Bad Brains, Black Flag, Ramones. So mostly growing up, I was into punk and rap, but I also love pop music and R&B too. I love Prince, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Aaliyah, all the classics. You know, pretty much every great artist from the '90s or the '80s I grew up listening to.
That's cool. That's cool. So like I know you've collaborated with Das Racist, with ASAP. Who are your dream collaborations? Who do you want to work with coming up?
Man, probably the people that would make me the most proud to work with would be E40 and Too Short. I feel like they've been a big influence my whole life on me musically, and they're some of the only people that I would actually get starstruck being in front of. But I'm lucky that I've gotten a chance to collaborate with a lot of my heroes like Bun B and Murs, you know. So hopefully that trend will keep happening and more rappers will start working with me.
Okay, cool. Your main producing partner is Tom Cruise. Tell me about how that started up and what it's like working with him, your relationship just musically. How's that?
When I was in high school, Tom Cruise in a group called Supreme, and they were my favorite group at the time. He has family from Houston, so I ended up meeting him when he came for a family trip one time. And we just been working together over the years. I met him back in '07, and we put out our first project together back in 2010 with Rap Brigade. We put out Double Dragon mixtape last summer, and I got an album coming out in May called Smart As a Black Boy. He also produced it. And I just love working with him. I feel like he's really, you know, developed me a lot as an artist, and just really honed in some of my songwriting skills. You know, he's easy the best person I've ever worked with, and my favorite person to work with. You know, he like kind of comes from like a different place because he's from Atlanta and not from Texas, and he's, you know, Jamaican, so he has a lot more of a dancehall influence than artists I'm used to working with. So it's just really interesting he can bring some of those vibes to what I do, you know. And I think when we get together, we make something really special.
Yeah, that's cool. No, his sound is definitely unique. And one thing I want to finish off with is as you brought up, your next album, Smart Ass Black Boy. What's the mood conceptually and sonically with that? Where's it going? Because I've heard BKNY, and it's definitely pretty soulful. Word. So like, you know, what's the mood with that? Thematically, conceptually, just as a whole.
Word. Well, you know what? This Smart As Black Boy album, I feel like it's the most proud work that I've done yet. I think it's a lot more mature than a lot of my past work, just in like a natural way, because I'm older now. I'm 24, about to be 25 in March. And I feel like with this album, I was able to talk about a lot more things. Like, I have a song about my dad. I have a reggaeton song on there. I have a song about us being on vacay. I have a song about, that's like kind of a storyline linking slavery to civil rights movement to where we are now and how a lot of things never really changed. And, you know, I just feel like it's, if I had to compare to any album, I would compare it to the Blueprint, where it's just an album that's like quick. It's 11 songs, and every song is me naturally flowing, talking about what is on my mind, what I've been going through, what I've been seeing. You know, there's like nothing that's like trying to pander to anybody. I'm not trying to do anything typical with this record. I was just trying to do me in the best way possible. And I made sure to keep a certain essential vibe to it by writing the whole album in just a couple days, making sure this flows perfectly, you know.
Definitely. No, we definitely feel that. So, my last question. So, when is that coming out too for everybody?
Supposed to come out in like spring. It's looking like May now, but it'll be out before the end of spring 2013 on Young Win Records and be in stores everywhere.
Definitely, we will definitely be looking for that. UT, definitely go out and cop that Smart Ass Black Boy. Fat Tony, definitely in May.
As my witness, this kid is gifted like Christmas wish list, which is why I got these rich kids bankrolling my business, and I stay